Good morning, students. Welcome to another session of Unit 4. That is the first session of Unit 4 of cellular mobile communication. And in this Unit 4, we discuss some of the topics related to frequency and frequency management and some handoff techniques. Right. Here in this Unit 4, the title of this Unit 4 is Frequency Management and Channel Assignment and Handoff Techniques. Here in this Unit 4, the first topic we have to discuss frequency spectrum utilization. Next one is frequency management, nothing but how the frequency spectrum have to take, how to divide the channels, once divide the channels, how they give the numbering to the channels. Once the channels are given, what are the setup channels? We discussed the third topic. The fourth topic is channel assignment. Once we have to give the numbering, how to allot the channels to the users or particular base station, that is channel assignment. For this fixed channel assignment, I get two techniques: fixed channel assignment and non-fixed channel assignments. We discussed, right? Of the first part of completion of the Unit 4, the second one is handoff techniques. What is meant? We have to define handoff, how it types of handoff, how handoff is initialization, what are the different types of handoff techniques available, we'll discuss. And what is meant a dropped call and how to calculate dropped call rate, we discussed in this unit. That is, here in this Unit 4, we discussed frequency spectrum utilization, frequency management, setup channels, channel assignments, and fixed channel assignment and non-fixed channel assignment, finally handoff techniques, dropped call rate and evolution. Today we start with the first topic is frequency spectrum utilization. Right. Before going to the frequency spectrum utilization, first we have to discuss the introduction part. Right. That is introduction to electromagnetic waves. Right. Here in radio propagation, we have to use electromagnetic waves to transmit signal from one point to another point. Here this medium is air. Air is a medium to transmit signal. You know, the basic signal, suppose taking analog signal is sine wave form. You know what is the amplitude, you know what is the wavelength and direction of travel of wave and movement of a wave. You know, these are basic concept. You know this concept. Right. Here, magnetic wave transmission. Right. And the direct, both electric field and magnetic field both are perpendicular to each other, then move towards to the direction of propagation. Right. This is about the figure shows the travel, propagation of a wave from one part through electric and magnetic fields. Here in this, both electric field and magnetic field both are perpendicular each other. You know this concept. Again, this concept you are coming in electrical technology only. Based upon this only, the motor can be run. The same concept you have to use in the communication also. Both electric field and magnetic field both are perpendicular to each other with respect to propagation of a signal in a particular direction. Right. Here, you know, both electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. The changing of magnetic field causes the electric field also change. Then only the field can be vibrates. As a result, we are getting electromagnetic wave due to vibration of the both magnetic and electric field. Here, see this figure, electromagnetic spectrum first. First of all, we don't discuss about what is the frequency ranges. First, we have to discuss about based upon names. Electromagnetic spectrum. Here in electromagnetic spectrum, here name for the range of electromagnetic waves when placed in order of increasing their frequency. Increase their frequency. See this in figure. we are using radio waves. Here in our cellular mobile communication, we are using radio waves for transmission of signal from mobile station. We are using microwave. Here the microwaves used for from direct connection from they just like walkie-talkies. On infrared rays, on visible light, UV, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, gamma rays. This one from this you have to increase the electromagnetic frequency, spectral frequency, but depends upon applications. Some applications we are using radio waves, some applications we are using microwaves, and some applications we are using infrared rays, and some applications using visible light, and some applications using ultraviolet rays, and some we are using X-rays, and some using gamma rays. Right. Here, based upon this previous slide, here, what is the wavelength? You know how to calculate the wavelength. How to calculate wavelength of a signal? Lambda equal to C by F. What is meant by C? Speed of a light in a free space divided by what is the frequency? Right. See this here figure. Here from first radio wave starts on radio wave. Here wavelength we have to notice it here. 10 power 3. Next microwave is 10 power minus 2. Infrared is 10 power minus 5. Like this up to gamma is 10 power minus 12. 10 power 12. As wavelength is increases, as frequency is increases, automatically the wavelength should be decreased. That is lambda equal to C by F formula. This is about final electromagnetic spectrum. See this figure. The wavelength in the first line, the top line shows wavelength. The wavelength shows where exactly used. What is the common name wave? Like the sources on frequency and energy consumption. Like we see this figure shows the better effective for you know how electron. Here in this figure it shows both wavelength, frequency, energy, and names and applications. All are available. Where exactly you are using radio waves, where exactly you use infrared rays, where exactly you use ultraviolet rays, and where exactly use gamma rays, and where exactly use microwave signals. Right. Here, based upon this basics only, we have to go for frequency spectrum utilization. Right. Here now we have to go for the main topic of this fourth unit is frequency spectrum utilization. Frequency spectrum utilization. Here, what is meant by radio frequency spectrum? Here, the radio frequency spectrum is a finite. It is not an infinite. Suppose I am giving from frequency range to you 800 megahertz to 900 megahertz range I am giving to you. Right. Here that is limited spectrum available. That is what is the difference between 800 and 900? Frequency spectrum is available. In future also it is not possible to increase. It is fixed frequency range. 100 megahertz is available, but it can be allocated to all users. In 1990s also, the frequency spectrum is 100 megahertz. Now also 100 megahertz. But what about the customers? Customers are increases, but frequency spectrum is finite only. At that time, how to utilize the available frequency spectrum for all users? For all users. That is the concept of frequency spectrum utilizations. That is the number of customers are increases, but the frequency spectrum is finite only. At that time, how to utilize the limited frequency spectrum for all customers? For this purpose only, we are going for frequency management and channel assignment. This will discuss about later classes. What is meant by frequency management and what is meant by channel assignment. We discuss later class. How we can utilize effectively for limited frequency spectrum. Right. Here, this is a slide shows how increasing the frequency spectrum How increase the frequency spectrum? The first one is increasing the number of radio channels using narrow banding, spread spectrum or time division. You know the concept of wide banding and narrow banding. Wide banding and narrow banding. Suppose the available frequency spectrum is 100 megahertz. We have to divide the channel by 1 megahertz by using wide band. Then how many number of channels we are getting? 100 channels. That is, each band is 1 megahertz. Then total available is 100. 100 by 1 megahertz, which is equal, we are getting 100 channels. That is, for 100 channels can be allocated to 100 customers. Suppose the number of customers increases by 200. At that time, instead of wide band, we are going for narrow banding. That is we have to go for 0.5 megahertz band. Then automatically we are getting 200 channels. That is, instead of using high wideband channel, we have to divide the number of channels for less bandwidth. Then automatically we are getting number of channels increases. Then automatically we have to allocate these channels to customers. Right. That is, the first one is increasing the number of radio channels by using narrow banding instead of wide banding. Right. Next, second one is improving spatial frequency spectrum reuse. Right. Instead of using normal techniques, by the frequency spectrum, we use frequency reuse, the same frequency utilized for number of different cell areas, the same frequency, right? Next one is frequency management, how to divide the number of channels and how to allocate channels. That is the concept of frequency management and channel assignment. Next one is improving spectrum efficiency in a time. That is, if number of channels are available is more, but number of customers are less. And that how we can utilize. That is wasting our channels sometimes, especially in rural areas. That is how to use improving spectrum efficiency in a time. Next, the last one is reducing the load of invalid calls. Reducing the load of invalid calls. What is meant by reducing load of invalid calls? Here, first one is reducing the load of setup channels. Next, voice storage service for no answer call. Suppose you have to call for your friend, even one of your relatives. At that time, they are not available. At that time, instead of trying for more call, another call, better you have to go for audio, video, audio message, voice storage, whatever message you have can be conveyed. The same message can be. You can send that message. Next, call forwarding. Suppose one of the receiver is not available. At that time, call is forwarded to another number for important message. Reducing the number of customers. Next one is call waiting for busy call site. Call waiting time. Right. Next, queuing. Queuing is a thing, but the number of setup staff or line staff are not available. We are going for a queue, waiting for signal. Right. This is about queuing. Right. Here, in this technique, that is how effectively this frequency reuse of frequency spectrum utilization can be done effectively. That is by these five techniques. That is, the first one is increasing the number of radio channels by the narrow banding. The second one is improving spatial frequency spectrum reuse. Next one is frequency management and channel assignment and improving spectrum efficiency in a time. Next next one is reducing load of invalid calls. Invalid call is nothing but no answer calls, call forwarding, call waiting, and queuing. Like these are the different types. Right. Thank you very much for attending today's class. Here today we started the unit 4, that is frequency management and channel assignment and handoff techniques. Today we are started. The first topic is frequency spectrum utilization. How the frequency spectrum can be utilized effectively. That is for limited frequency spectrum. How we can use in a proper way. That is by using narrowband technique, by using low reduce the load and invalid call, frequency reuse, and efficiency increases like this way. All right. Thank you very much, students, for attending today. Thank you. Do you have any query? Type your query in the chat box. Chat box.